big energy. Gonna do big energy.
Yep.
Hello and welcome to Cold Crit, the show where we unpack the art behind pop culture, memes, and anything else that's making the headlines. I'm Chris.
And I'm Simon, and we're here to help you make sense of the art world without spending like $100,000 on an MFA.
And today we are talking about Adrien Brody and why exactly he's being bullied online for his glittery Marilyn Monroe painting.
You're telling me they're bullying him?
Yeah. People are being really mean about it.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Some of that might be deserved because, I don't know.
No one deserves bullying.
No one deserves bullying. No.
Yeah.
This episode's about bullying. This is our after school special episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Are those about drugs or bullying or sex?
Like everything. Like all of the sins a child can commit.
I feel like there were more than that, but yeah.
Sex, drugs, bullying,
rock and
drinking,
roll,
dancing, speed, or like caffeine pills.
Insider
like
trading.
That one episode of Saved by the Bell. Yeah, and definitely insider trading.
Pretty much anything Zach Morris has done on Saved by the Bell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely grew up to do white collar crime.
Is that not what he's doing?
He has to be.
Yeah. Check his IMDb page, see if he's played any white collar criminals.
Yeah, I'm super curious.
Something about the kid just says coke habit and a suit that is worn for 3 days straight.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's see. Who played Zach Morris? Do you remember his name?
No, all I remember is AC Slater, who is not Zach Morris.
Why is it that when I search for Zach Morris, I can only get things about fictional Zach Morris? There's like no reference to the actor or anything. Mark Paul Gosselaar. That's right. I know that name, of course. I guess he's fine. Oh my gosh, Simon.
What?
Mark Paul Gosselaar and you have a thing in common. His Dutch-born father is of German and Dutch Jewish descent. Gosselaar's Jewish paternal great-grandparents, Hartog, credible name, and Hester were murdered in the Sobibor extermination camp during the Holocaust. His Dutch-Indonesian mother was born in Bali and was a flight attendant for KLM Royal Dutch Airlines.
So, yeah, you know how you accuse my father of making every conversation about the Holocaust?
Yeah.
You're batting a pretty good average for our podcast.
Yeah. I don't accuse. Just pointing out a fact.
Yeah, no, it is true. It's kind of his life's work.
If I got a PhD, that's all I would talk about.
The Holocaust?
What my PhD was about.
Your PhD is in... you get an MFA and all you talk about is the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Or whatever the terminal art degree is these days. They have PhDs for art now.
I mean, yeah, kinda. It's always like a mix of like media studies or...
There's one.
Oh, yeah, there is one.
There's one for sure that's at least was in Seattle.
Yeah.
TX Arts.
Yeah.
There's some other one in Europe that I know of. The way to, get more years, more money out of students with a degree that's going to make them not need this podcast, but have few other benefits.
Yeah. I guess.
That doesn't make any sense.
Anyway, I think you should follow up Mark Paul Gosselaar and be like, we got some things in common.
Sure. Okay.
Back to the Adrien Brody of it all.
Next time I visit my parents, I'll ask my dad, do you know who Mark Paul Gosselaar is?
Yeah.
And he'll say no. And then we'll say, do you know what Saved by the Bell is? And he'll say no. And then I'll say, do you know what TV was in the 1980s? And he'll say no. I was busy raising you. And I'll say, wasn't the TV doing that job?
Mark Paul Gosselaar is my real dad.
See, that would be news I would expect you to bring up. Simon, you and Mark Paul Gosselaar have something in common, and it is
He's
DNA.
Your daddy.
Yeah.
Wait, how
it is
old
chromosomes.
is he?
He's 51.
Okay. A little young, but
a little
could work.
Like 14 years older than I am?
Yeah.
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 But, like biologically, yeah.
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 I'm talking science here.
It's our science podcast where we talk about Adrien Brody being bullied.
Yes, Adrien Brody. Okay, so what do you know about Adrien Brody and his art?
His art? Like art as in his strictly visual art, his acting, I know that he has like a sound art / music practice as well.
Wait, he does?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I know a little bit about his art, but mainly because he's been bullied recently. And then the New York Times writes these kind of, I don't know, very, very soft, very nice profiles on him being an artist.
Yeah. And if you are a celebrity artist out there, or like somebody who is famous for not art, but you want to become famous for art, call up the New York Times. They will write you the best puff piece.
You want to do creative things publicly, but you're afraid of criticism of any kind? Become a celebrity first and then make visual art.
First, that's an important component of your success. Become a celebrity in something completely different.
Yeah, but then of course you get bullied online. So tell us about it. Take us through it.
Oh, yeah. So the reason we're talking about this today is because last month, Adrien Brody auctioned off a piece at it was like a fundraising event for Cannes like film festival, like their foundation arm. They were doing a fundraiser for the American Foundation for AIDS Research. And I'll show you that piece that was
before we get into
auction.
it. Assume I don't know anything. Who's Adrien Brody? What would I have seen him in?
What's he famous Adrien for? Brody? Okay.
What was he first famous for?
So here's the thing.
We know he's an artist.
I knew the name Adrien Brody like before this, but I really did not know much of anything about him before I saw this recent kerfuffle with the Marilyn Monroe piece, and I was like, Adrien Brody, that's that guy who was in that movie that won the Oscar this year, The Brutalist.
Right. That's why everyone's been thinking of him recently before the art thing.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, well, where else do I know him from? And the only things I think I've seen from him are Grand Budapest Hotel and Darjeeling Limited, or like mostly the only things I've seen. I don't even like really remember either of those movies. So kind of coming into this cold, you and I watched
We watched The Brutalist
this weekend.
We had this conversation the other day about like, who was Adrien Brody? And I was like, well, I don't know. He's Jewish and has a very distinct, very large nose, not related to the fact that he's Jewish necessarily, but he's often cast in Jewish roles because he's I imagine it's because it's what a lot of Gentiles would think of as a hot Jew.
Yeah.
Hot European Jew.
Yeah.
In this conversation, I was convinced that he was also in that Quentin Tarantino movie, Inglourious Bastards, because that movie seemed to cast every dark-haired European Jewish-looking guy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But he was not in that one. It was everyone but him, pretty much.
And then you were also convinced he was in Munich.
Yeah, that too. The other movie with a bunch of Jews in it. No, he was not in Munich. That was Eric Bana.
So, okay. Adrien Brody. The Brutalist, Darjeeling Limited, Grand Budapest Hotel, not Munich, not Inglourious Bastards.
Well, he also, the pianist.
And The Pianist,
which he won an Oscar for when he was 29.
And that was the thing that really kind of like launched his fame, was winning that Oscar. He was in movies like Darjeeling Limited and stuff before that, but he just like...
Before The Pianist?
Before The Pianist.
What? That was
Darjeeling Limited came out in 2007.
Wasn't The Pianist in like 2002?
I thought it was 2012. I had a note and it got deleted.
2002.
Oh, okay.
He probably replaced a 1 with a 0.
You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That'll happen.
So tricky. Okay, so no,
Does this mess up your whole timeline?
No.
Okay, good.
So that really is like what got him pretty famous, was that role. So that's 2002. He goes on to do other movies, and then in 2015 is the very first time we hear about his art career. And this is when he debuts a show called Hot Dogs, Hamburgers, and Handguns during Art Basel Miami Beach at a gallery called Lulu Laboratorium. And when I read that, I thought that was like Lululemon was doing some kind of pop-up.
Yeah, I assume it's an activation. If it's
I was like, it's an activation. Adrien Brody's a part of it. Because of course, it's not. It's a gallery owned by this artist and just general like fame chaser, like hanger-on kind of guy, Domingo Zapata, who is like, he's always around celebrities. He's one of those. And he was the guy who like Lindsay Lohan the time she hit a guy in Manhattan was like the Porsche she was driving belonged to him.
Wait, she hit a guy with her car in Manhattan.
Yeah, it was his car though.
Who did she hit?
Some guy.
Adrien Brody, and
somebody not famous.
As an apology.
Yeah.
Right, the court ordered him to give Adrien a show.
No.
This is a Seinfeld plot in my head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It could work. So I actually like got a little bit into this guy because I was like, wait, what? Like, who is he? He actually sold his very first painting to George Soros.
So this guy, what's his first name?
Domingo Zapata.
Domingo Zapata.
Yeah.
Sold his first painting to George Soros.
Yeah.
And he's used that dark money to do what since then? Give Jews art shows.
Yeah.
Undeserving Jews art shows. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Okay. Conspiracy
Connecting
theory.
the dots.
Yeah. Started noticing.
Yeah.
Once you notice.
He's like, yeah, this Spanish finance guy turned like music industry guy. He's actually credited as a co-writer on a version of the Macarena.
There's more than one version?
I guess.
What?
Well, think about all like the remix stuff that happens and like all of the like they just like re-put out songs and like they'll tweak them slightly for different compilations and stuff.
Like, does the Macarena have a radio edit?
I think.
How long is the original?
I don't know.
Like 40 minutes long?
Yeah.
That's his version.
Yeah.
The label ruined it.
The Macarena Taylor's version. Domingo's version.
Yeah, I want the Macarena director's cut.
Yeah. Longer. Under-edited.
Longer than the Brutalist.
Just like oh my God, so under-edited, just like the Brutalist.
We'll get to that later, I'm sure.
Yes. We're going in chronological order right now.
Wait, so, okay, sorry. I'm getting excited and I got us off track, but...
No, that's fine.
Domingo Zapata.
Yeah.
Is a painter.
Yeah.
Gallerist.
Yeah. Rich guy and like celebrity be-arounder.
Sold first painting to George Soros.
Yes. It was a picture of horses, if that sweetens the pot.
Do you have a photo of it?
Let me see. I don't think I got a picture of that, but I can show you a picture of his early work.
It does sweeten the pot that it's horses, by the way.
It does. Yeah.
So you don't have a picture of his horses, but...
Oh, no. But this is one of his earlier pieces titled Sofia y el Toro. And what do you see here, Simon?
That's Sofia Vergara.
That's Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, it's Sofia Vergara with something written on her back in paint, like a cutout photo of her. And she appears to be topless. I can't read what's on her back.
But tastefully facing away.
Tastefully facing away, yeah. And then there's a bunch of like Basquiat style like paint scribbles around it.
She even kind of looks like she has a little crown, but like...
She looks like she's... what was that little cartoon? Like the Wizard of Id or something?
I don't
in
know.
The papers. There was a little king who had a little weird looking cartoony Spanish guy crown like that.
I see.
The internet will validate me.
Okay. Yeah, so, you know. Oh, and then something I just noticed. It's actually a Polaroid.
Oh, so this is very small.
That's been painted over. So it's actually very small. And yeah, it just like the colors are there's not a lot of color harmony. There's not a lot of sense of like the fundamentals of like color design theory here.
It's a fun thing someone made in a few minutes, it looks like.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So that's like a really early piece from like the early 2000s. And then he sold a piece at a auction for like $1 million. I think, yeah, it was a UNICEF gala in 2022.
He sold a piece at a UNICEF gala for $1 million?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not an auction for like a fabric mill. I'm stupid tonight.
It was an auction for the gala.
Joanne Fabrics.
Yes.
They closed, right?
It was called Mona Lisa Bullfighter, and I don't actually have it. But imagine if this piece was Mona Lisa dressed up as a matador.
I mean, I think I get it.
Yeah. So one thing about his work is that like Mona Lisa, like he'll use a lot of repeating imagery and stuff, and Mona Lisa is one that shows up a lot. So, you know, it's come a long way, I will say, between the Sofia Vergara Polaroid and like but it's not to my taste.
And everyone knows that Sofia Vergara is just Charo with diarrhea.
Quote, Charo.
Yeah.
That she said that.
I mean, I heard this from you, so I assume you did your research as you're the primary researcher for this podcast, but I also trotted that out. So is that real, Chris?
I believe it's real.
Charo said that about Sofia Vergara.
I'm pretty sure Charo said that about Sofia Vergara. Yeah. So anyway, this guy, Domingo Zapata, is basically like Adrien Brody's like art mentor.
She did say it, by the way.
She did. I know. Yeah. Why would I lie about something like that?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be incredible if I just made that up completely out of nowhere?
You could have remembered it wrong. I don't know. Different Charo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, wrong Charo.
Yes. Totally different Charo.
There's some other lady with a guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. The first like early on, like especially 2015-ish when this Adrien Brody was like making his debut at Art Basel at the Lulu Laboratorium. There just wasn't much about this guy in general. But yeah, Adrien Brody's extremely well connected.
At least as well connected as Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he wouldn't let him borrow his car, but he let him use his gallery.
I believe him and Lindsay Lohan dated Domingo Zapata.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's why she was using his car. Yeah, who knows? So anyway, that's a little like background, I guess, on I see, 2002, The Pianist. That's where my note was. It got moved up on accident. So like Adrien Brody's work, though, that was like widely panned this last month is this painting here. And you can see him on stage in front of a gold curtain. So what do you see?
I've seen this video. It's Adrien Brody in a sparkly suit unveiling a painting that is taller and wider than he is. I mean, it's wider than he is tall and taller than he is tall.
It's a big old square.
I mean, to be fair, it's taller than he is wide. I'm making this unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah.
But this is him at like an auction, right?
It's at the Cannes auction for the AIDS Foundation.
Right. And it's a big painting that looks like it's a big glittery Marilyn Monroe, Chris.
It is a big glittery Marilyn Monroe, indeed.
It's the kind of thing that one of our favorite fictional art characters, Elizabeth from Problemista, would complain about.
Yes.
Yeah, she
would hate Adrien Brody's work.
Yeah, she when she's given a show for her late husband in that film, she exclaims, "That gallery? No, they show glittery Marilyn Monroes and evil Mickey Mouses. And I'm pretty sure that Adrien Brody has some evil Mickey Mouses. And this is definitely glittery Marilyn. Glittery.
My new
Marilyn,
startup, Glitterly.
Glitterly. Yeah, glitter's pretty. Our goal is to get you glitter stat.
Yeah.
Glittery Marilyn Monroe. It's like a layered collage street art Marilyn Monroe with other Marilyn Monroes and Hollywood imagery plastered behind her. Yeah.
Lots of little
painting shit on
lots of little babies, baby Marilyns. Yeah, the Hollywood sign. It's a Andy Warhol's shot like Marilyn Monroe silhouette like that's been used for the main image. And yeah, then just like a lot of like color and stuff that references graffiti art. And that's like the thing. So like Adrien Brody is really into like the street art, graffiti art style. And we'll circle back to that. But like, oh my gosh, people are so mean to him online about like, so Adrien Brody has been showing work since 2015, but for some reason, from what I could tell, the general public did not take much notice until this painting, in which people started getting real vicious.
Oh, I mean, the work wasn't much different back in 2015, right?
The work was actually
10 years prior,
pretty different. So in his first show, that Hot Dogs, Hamburgers, and Handguns at Art Basel, he showed, so like This is what he showed on Instagram. What do you see here?
I assume it's a painting. It looks kind of like a 3 or 4 color screen print. A close up of a cow, and there's runny paint on its throat that makes it seem like it's got its throat slit because it's red paint.
The paint's running onto the wall.
Oh yeah, that too. So it's 100% beef. And then I assume that the not Haribo, what's that brand of meat slicers?
Oh, I don't know. Why would I know?
Oh right, yeah. Your hands are very soft. You never worked in the meat slicing part of a deli.
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about. There was some funny name of the one that I used to work in, and it's like Haribo or Hobo or something like that. But it apparently isn't a thing anymore, or no one cares anymore. Not the point. It's like one of those deli meat slicers, and below this painting, there's like a steak on the meat slicer, and then a bunch of ground beef below it. I'm confused. That's not a grinder. It's a slicer.
I know.
It's one of those ones you like put a big block of meat on and slice in deli slices.
I don't know why it's mushing it.
Yeah, it's not the one that I used in my deli slicing days.
No.
And then there's some bottles of what looks like, I thought it was tempura paint at first, but it's clearly ketchup and mustard. So yeah, bottles, it's like there's ketchup and mustard on used as paint or something. And there are incense sticks in them. And
then a bunch of little like tea candles.
Is he vegan?
I don't believe he is.
It's like really bad vegan art.
I know, right? Like I was trying to figure it out, but like, so here's the caption for the Insta caption for this. Billions served, a small taste, in quotes for some reason, of my art opening last night.
It's a pun. It's a pun. Yeah.
Let it breathe.
Me or him?
Him.
Yeah. Okay.
Let people get it or they won't. In this piece, which stands next to a proudly displayed giant cheeseburger in all its glory, I'll show that after this.
That's what I'm mostly interested in here.
Yeah. I'm again referencing conflicted messaging as well as the lack of true consideration many of us give, myself included, to the sacrifices that go into our inexpensive and instantly gratifying fast food meals. The meat slicer represents the cold industrialization and hidden processing of animals for our mass consumption. The camouflage cow signifies the hidden suffering and sacrifice for us to enjoy our delicious, colorfully wrapped cheeseburgers. Below the painting is an incense-filled altar made of mustard and ketchup bottles to represent the mourning of the loss of these beings and how outside of our own culture and in certain religions like Hinduism and Jainism, the cow is even revered as sacred. The show will be up for 2 months.
Does Adrien Brody eat a lot of fast food or something?
I don't know. Like, that's what drives me crazy about all of his work is I'm always like, I don't understand your connection to these subjects. Like, he's always writing about it in this really, like, detached way. The way he talks about it and writes about it is always from, like, this very removed place where he'll say something like, oh, yeah, like, about paintings with like street art is like that involve like street art style and stuff. Like, oh, you know, like growing up in New York, this was like all around me. And like, I was a part of, like, I was living in that like epoch or whatever. And then, but then he never goes like deep enough where it's like, okay, you were like, beyond just seeing it around you, how did you experience it? What did it mean to you? It's always just X represents X for me, Y represents Z for me, and like never making any bigger connection.
Yeah, and I feel like we're going to see that through a lot more of the work here. Before I forget, and before it gets to be too far from this, Hobart. Hobart was the name of the meat slicer. Hobart.
Okay, I'm so happy.
I always thought it was a funny name. It's not Haribo. They make gummy bears. Yeah, those don't slice very well.
No.
Anyway, I don't know. Look, I'm having a hard time just not like talking shit. And we haven't talked about the bullying yet. And like, who cares? It's a celebrity. But also like, it's really like precocious high school shit.
Right.
Like all of it.
So, and this is why I want to talk about this generally, because I'm not, unlike the masses on the internet, I'm not interested and like talking shit, because I do believe that everybody has a God-given right to make bad art.
A God-given right to show at Art Basel Miami.
That's the thing, though. That's what I want to talk about.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah. So, and to be clear, this is not the fair of Art Basel Miami. Like, this was, his friend owned a gallery in Miami that showed during that time. There's
Art Basel Miami adjacent.
Yeah, it's like there's always a little
quote,
bit of
taste of Art Basel Miami.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of like, well, this gallery is still throwing the kind of celebrity party everybody wants to be associated with at Art Basel anyway. But like it wasn't, I just feel the need to be clear. This wasn't like an exhibiting gallery at like the big show. It was like already in the community. But yeah, so what I want to talk about is getting your start as an artist, that your very first show being, though, at a gallery during Art Basel Miami. Like, you're trying to get collectors in the door. What better way than to be like, Oscar winner Adrien Brody, his art is in here, even if, yeah, frankly, does look like, and I feel less bad talking shit about this work because it's from 10 years ago now. Everybody's work 10 years.
It's not benefiting AIDS at an auction.
Yeah. If you're talking
that
shit on my
meat there is so rancid by now.
If you're talking shit on my work 10 years ago, like,
you're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's work 10 years ago fucking sucks. But like, it's the getting your start with, kind of what looks like an earnest high schooler. And if a high schooler showed this to me, I'd be like, keep pushing, keep exploring.
When I was in high school, in my art class, a lot of us were very mad at McDonald's then.
Yeah, I would 100% have made this.
Then again, if I saw this at Art Basel Miami, I would think that George Soros' dark money was funding anti-McDonald's propaganda.
Yes, I would. Oh, by the way, this is the Art Basel Miami where somebody got stabbed.
Oh, the one we talked about before. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, for more on that.
No one died. No one died. It's okay to laugh because no one died.
Lady got stabbed, though, and everybody thought it was a part of the work.
With an art knife, with an X-Acto knife.
Yeah. So the reason...
I'm worried people haven't listened to our previous episodes. It's not funny unless you've done that.
No.
Yeah.
You need to go.
We don't just laugh at people getting stabbed.
Velvet Buzzsaw episodes. One of those two is where we talk about.
But like art, this is only funny in context.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there's Mona Lisa Bullfighter. There she is.
Yeah, it's a little like Matador Conquistador cartoon hat that the guy in that kids comic strip wore. Same
sort of hat that Sofia Vergara had in the Polaroid, where like on her head it kind of looked like a crown, like very Basquiat. But the art Domingo Zapata is still definitely referencing like a Basquiat thing with like using repeating imagery over and over again, the Matador, blah blah blah.
Referencing is a kind word.
Yeah, I'm nice.
Yeah.
I'm nice.
Appropriating is the art word for that.
Yeah. I mean, everything references everything. I get it.
Yeah.
I get what you mean. I don't know. Just because it's not good doesn't mean it's not valid.
Like from a legal standpoint, you'd have to show damage from it.
Right. And he can't because he's dead.
Yeah, and his estate or whatever is still, someone's making a lot of money off Basquiat to this day, and it's not any less probably because of Domingo Zapata's derivative Mona Lisas. Yeah.
So one thing I think we'll reference a lot in this episode is that the artist, culture critic Brad Trammell has a celebrity artist report. These are like long video essays he does. And I've watched it a few times now because I'm deeply interested in the idea of the celebrity artist. And so he has this kind of like taxonomy of celebrity artists. The the artist turned celebrity artist, the industry interloper, the retiree hobbyist, and the merch grifters. And where they kind of fall on an alignment chart of like, do they make mediocre art or bad art, or sympathetic, or are they unlikable? And I'll include the graphic in the slides. But
man, merch grifters are the worst. Their art is both bad and unlikable.
Yeah.
Retiree hobbyists are sympathetic and bad. Artists turned celebrities turned artists. Sympathetic to mediocre.
Yeah.
And industry interlopers unlikable to mediocre.
And who do you think? Do you think Adrien Brody's the industry interloper?
I think he's seen that way. I think he would see himself as artist turned celebrities turned artist because he.
Yes.
I have seen him say that, like, you know, his mother was a famous photographer, well known for
the Village Voice.
Yeah, New York street photographer.
Mm-hmm.
Brody, like, when he started doing shows, he was saying, I was always doing, you know, painting and visual art before I was doing acting.
Yeah. And that is a thing that Trammell talks about in his report too, which is like a common thing with the celebrity artists is that they will always try to kind of like add to their bona fides. Like, so Hunter Biden and his New York Times puff piece about his...
Speaking of George Soros.
Yes, speaking of and his like bit about coming out as an artist, New York Times puff piece, he talks about, I've always been creative. I was drawing and painting a lot as a kid. I applied to an MFA program, but went to law school instead. And so that is a common thing you will see in all of the celebrity, like kind of backstories. I always had an interest in drawing and painting. Like, yeah, didn't everybody have an interest in drawing and painting as a kid?
Yeah, is it more of a question of like when you switched, when you stopped doing a bunch of things and only do one? Because Brody, I remember reading that he applied to, he went to this, I don't know what it was, some high school, like Magnet Academy for the arts.
Yeah.
And he applied with a visual art portfolio, got rejected, and did theater instead.
Theater, yeah, exactly.
Which, if you stop doing it, like middle school age, does that count? Like,
right.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
You also probably shouldn't tell people that like you didn't get into art school, that you were rejected and you became famous still, because like isn't what most people think of just Hitler?
Right. Nobody likes a guy who got rejected from art school and went on to be successful.
That's the worst thing Hitler did. Yeah. Successful.
For a while.
Depends on your measure of success, but yeah.
Everybody's got to die. And so.
Wait, I'm concerned about the reading of you saying everybody's got to die. Do you mean Hitler?
Successful people.
Okay. 6 million of them?
Oh, God, no. Why are you bringing up the Holocaust?
I don't know why I would possibly do that on this episode of all.
Crazy. Yeah. But I think that with Brody, it's... I don't doubt his commitment, but like you said, if you get rejected from art school and you go on to do something else, you then try to enter the art world at such a high level that, you know, going and getting your MFA, scrimping by, like working for that very first show or like big solo, like that's so much work that goes into creating like you as an artist that he has skipped entirely over.
Yeah.
And that all celebrity artists get to skip entirely over.
Like a loophole.
I know.
Not to say that it's not hard to become a celebrity actor, but
yeah,
you just get both. You get all doors open to you after you make it in one place is what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. Like going to prison to become a successful artist. Like Jesse Crimes.
Yeah. Adrien Brody is just like Jesse Crimes who went to prison and became a successful artist in prison.
Yeah. Hack. These are two instant ways to become noted artists.
I think Jesse Crimes is in prison for the wrong reasons.
I have to say, there was a du jour article about Brody's very first show too, where he said, I did an installation at the show with stuffed animals in basically a street homicide scene, which I call family, What I'm referencing is that there are so many children, specifically in urban environments, who do not have a family to go home to. And this unfortunately results in them falling victim to finding families on the street or a family structure within the gang culture. Those codes become rules of the house. The consequences are not evident, and ultimately the cycle leads to incarceration, drug addiction, alcoholism, and violence.
What the fuck, dude?
I don't know, like what? And this is what like drives me crazy with the celebrity artists is like none of this is like about you.
Yeah, what the fuck do you know about
like,
being on the street?
Yeah,
being recruited into gangs and having nowhere to go.
It seems like he grew up like pretty well off, you know. Went to a private
extremely well off.
Yeah. Like
I wasn't gonna bully him, but now I'm gonna.
No, you can't. I mean, we can bully him, I think.
I don't matter.
For his words.
My words have no power here.
I feel like
fuck this.
I feel like I can't bully him for his art.
I'm not bullying for his art. I'm bullying him for what he says about his art.
Yeah. So I don't know, like that kind of thing bugs me. I'm like, okay, but what are you actually trying to say with your art? What unique perspective can you bring as an artist with your life experiences? And with this piece that just sold, the Marilyn Monroe, it's like we don't get anything new or different with that. Like he became interested in Marilyn Monroe because of his role, I think, in the movie Blonde, I want to say is what it was called.
The movie about Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his role in the 2022 film Blonde about Marilyn Monroe, and like he says he made this connection with her and like her story, but it's like the I don't feel like that gets reflected in the art in any way that you then see. And also I just want to point out another thing that drives me crazy about celebrity art is I look everywhere for the titles of these pieces and stuff, but because in a way like it doesn't matter, there you can never find them. Like the people who actually write about the celebrity artist are more like celebrity gossip mags and Page Six and stuff like that. And they're not writing from it in a place that like where they care about furthering any sort of conversation about the art. So oftentimes like things like the names of the pieces and stuff are left out. And that's like the documentation I can find of the show. And then there is so little actually said in print by anybody who is like an actual arts writer or critic about the celebrity artist. And the same has held true for Adrien Brody up until this month. He's got this solo show at Eden Gallery in New York, and it's one of the first times I've seen like somebody actually be pretty critical of the work and of him as an artist.
So this is the show. Let me make sure I have the timeline right.
Yeah.
So 2015, first, solo show or first notable solo show.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a ton of attention.
No.
But it happened. It's at Art Basel Miami. He probably had fun.
Yeah.
Probably sold some stuff.
Yeah. It gets some write-ups from like entertainment mags mostly. If it gets any like art news press, it's a blip.
Right.
It's like, oh, and by the way, Adrien Brody is showing over here.
Recently.
Yeah.
This is this year, right? 2025, he has this show.
Yes. This is currently ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is after the Marilyn Monroe auction?
This happened in May. The Marilyn Monroe auction happened in May.
Okay. So the bullying is fresh.
The bullying is ongoing.
Okay. Because he did the auction and then he also has this show open, which was probably underway at the time.
Yes.
One would hope.
I think it didn't open until June.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been up for like half a month. But the Monroe piece went up for auction at the end of May.
So I have to imagine that, because when were the Academy Awards? When were the Oscars?
January, February, right?
Yeah, sometime early in the year. I think
it's usually January. I don't remember though.
So Adrien Brody, I think he was the youngest Best Actor, or one of the youngest actors to win an Academy Award for The Pianist, age 29.
Yeah.
He's like 52 now, I think.
Something like that.
He wins another Oscar for The Brutalist, an incredibly long movie that is just total Oscar bait. Say what you will about it. It's total long. Oscar bait.
Yeah. Oh, I will say what I will. For some reason, I'm like, I can't criticize his art, but I can criticize The Brutalist.
I mean, his acting's okay.
His acting's good, yeah.
I feel like I'm jumping around a lot, so I want to keep us... I'm the one who's going to keep us on task here.
Oh,
the one
please
who interjects
do.
left
Please
and right.
do.
Yeah. But he wins the Oscar.
Yeah.
He then does that Marilyn Monroe thing, and I feel like the juxtaposition of winning the Oscar and then pulling this shit on, I mean, whatever for the auction, but like doing it on Instagram and like the earnestness with which he talks about his art, like it's just a special thing about him that no one knows, which is kind of a celebrity artist thing in general.
Yeah, and it's the like my deep secret.
Yeah, and the fact that it sold for nearly $500,000 at auction.
Yeah,
which again for charity, but still a lot of money for a canvas that is barely taller than he is.
Yeah. I mean, it's not about the canvas size. It's what you do with it. He just, yeah, I don't.
Okay. So there's bullying online.
Yeah.
And then we have the show.
Yeah.
That the New York Times is profiling him for the second time about.
Yes.
But should we talk about the bullying? I feel like I don't understand what the bullying was.
The bullying is...
I know what I would bully him for. But I want to know what everyone else, what the hordes would say about it.
Well, one thing they said on Reddit, there's a bunch of responses to this video where he's trying to get the crowd's attention so he can auction off his Marilyn Monroe, and he can't, and he's getting visibly frustrated. This is R-Muhammad on Reddit. Every great artist has a tragic backstory. George W. Bush's is the time he invaded Iraq for no reason, resulting in the death of 1 million plus Iraqis in response to the video of Adrien Brody at the auction showing his piece.
That's a weird comment.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Wait, what is he saying Adrien Brody's tragic backstory is?
Like the pianist? I don't know.
Winning an Oscar?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he doesn't actually
have
one. I just really
thought
this was funny because I've also been doing a lot of research into Bush's art career too, which maybe one day we'll like talk about that and Hunter Biden's at the same time. Maybe like, yeah. I like to think that they get together and chat about art.
Honestly, I don't see the connection.
What?
Between Hunter Biden and George W. Bush.
It's like political people who do art.
No, I do.
Oh, okay. You get it. You get it. So some other things like from our contemporary art, Reddit and stuff, people responding to. If you asked an AI system to come up with art that merges Warhol, Basquiat, and Banksy, this is what you'd get. And there's just a lot of threads. There's a lot of threads about Adrien Brody's art and dunking on it. Some tweets have been was unprepared for how ugly Adrien Brody's art is, but it makes sense. Oh, and you can just tell when someone is surrounded by a lot of yes men.
Yep.
Here's a good one. What the hell am I looking at? And then in response, user geothermal escapism, but with like weird letters missing. The most surface level art of all time, bro. Why is Starbucks threatening suicide?
Right. In response to the Starbucks siren lady, the logo of Starbucks with the lady pointing two revolvers at her heads. Yeah.
So yeah, other people have said like it's like a reverse Seth MacFarlane because he's a like really rich guy with like horrible taste, or like a rich, like well-dressed guy with horrible taste.
Seth MacFarlane has good taste?
Yeah, I think so.
The dude puts on his own like faux Rat Pack concert.
Yeah, I think like so I might not consider it good taste, but like he's like his persona as like he makes what he makes.
So Seth MacFarlane,
but
creator
then,
of Family Guy,
yeah,
he sing. I've heard he can sing quite well.
Yes,
but he's
taste, a crooner.
His taste is that of every frat boy and boring boomer dude with some money who has a cigar and like whiskey room and puts up Frank Sinatra posters.
Yeah.
It's that. Yeah.
Yeah. He does dress himself well, which like I know is hard for men to do.
Does he?
Yeah, like he wears suits that fit. And
yeah.
He's got
the bar is on the floor.
Oh,
isn't
not
it?
that
Yeah.
one. That's cash.
He probably put some effort into his dress to offset his eminently punchable face.
Yeah, but he can't.
You gonna
deny
punch a guy in a well-fitted suit?
He can.
Please take him off the screen.
Okay.
Anyway,
How about that instead?
Yeah, we're back to
100% beef.
Yeah, great. We're back to the Hobart machine.
Yeah.
Okay, it's reverse Seth MacFarlane because he's a rich guy who
a rich
on the
classy,
side makes
a rich guy who looks classy but is actually has horrible creative taste.
Whereas I don't understand this. I don't think the internet's good at memeing sometimes.
Yeah.
Is it because Family Guy is considered lowbrow and Seth MacFarlane's other taste is considered at least midbrow? Whereas
I think so.
It's the other way around, Adrien Brody, where his art is absolute lowbrow shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
Not my words. Yeah.
And what his art I think is aspiring to be is like red chip. And
red chip?
Red chip as opposed to blue chip. So blue chip art is art that has been basically recognized and established, like it's been established, and we have been told it's good by museums, by institutions. So when we talk about blue chip galleries and stuff, these are like the big players.
Mm-hmm.
These are the ones who are like the tastemakers and things like that.
Whereas red chip is
cause.
We know it's cause.
We all know it's cause. It's like it's driven by market trends and popular culture and like TikTok, and it doesn't actually care about institutional recognition. And so some like telltale signs of, if you're looking at red chip art, it's got that like super flat style. It's art that looks like toys, basically. So it's like cause. It's got a street art graffiti aesthetic. It's got a lot of chrome.
Got a lot of crypto from what I've
crypto
read too.
As a component is optional, but it's a nice to have.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. And yeah, so like artists like Cause, there's also this artist, Alec Monopoly, who is actually an artist that I know Brody owns a lot of work by. So you can kind of see what he wants to be through like this work. So what do you see here?
You know that like that meme format that's Pam from The Office like holding up two different photos to Michael Scott and saying, "Can you find the differences in these photos?"
Yeah.
And then she's saying, "It's the same photo." That's this. Like it's the same. Adrien Brody's work might as well be this guy's work.
Yeah.
It's more cartoon characters that are painted with some of the hand evidence. This one is the Monopoly guy, Mr. Monopoly himself.
And as you can guess, since his name is since his moniker is Alec Monopoly, like that's what Monopoly appears in a lot of his work.
Yeah. On a surfboard with a bunch of dollar signs on it, riding a wave of oil spewing from like an old timey oil tower. And behind him is what I think is the original cartoon of Richie Rich.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Pre-Macaulay Culkin era Richie Rich. Was he Macaulay Culkin?
I don't know.
Who played Richie Rich? Yep, Macaulay Culkin. Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-Macaulay Culkin era. Richie Rich doing the exact same thing. And there's a bunch of Monopoly money, and what I think is like treasury bonds or something in the background.
Yeah.
And there's, what is it? Delta L. Oh, it says Alec. I thought it was an equation. There's a giant ass signature that says Alec
in the top
right.
left
it's taking
corner,
like a fifth of the painting.
And yeah,
it's Brody with less splatter.
Yeah, Brody's going hard on the splatter, and it's not, in my opinion, working. But maybe he'll get there, because I can see, it's obvious he's trying to do like Basquiat. It's obvious he's trying to get on like these hype beast styles as well. But I think that what gets like, he talks about his relationship to like the street and stuff, but it's like artists like Basquiat and Keith Haring and stuff were living in New York at a specific time in a specific place, like
they were informed by their surroundings.
Yeah,
and the context.
Basquiat was like painting on doors and stuff. And I think just when you're a celebrity and you haven't had those experiences, to try to then recreate those in an artistic way, it just does feel really shallow. And like, I will say, I see a big improvement in his work between that initial Hamburgers show and the Marilyn. Like, I get it. I can see over the course of a decade, he has evolved. Do I like it? No. But it seems like he's gotten some good feedback and stuff, and he has been refining because he's trying to make his work look more like this, but it still feels hollow to me. It still feels like I think something that Brad Trammell talked about in the Celebrity Artist video is like, it would be actually pretty interesting to see a celebrity artist talk about what they know, which is celebrity.
Yeah.
Like,
are there none that do that?
Not really. Yeah. Maybe Shia LaBeouf, who we will do a show on one day. Like, I want to talk about him real bad.
Well, he wore that bag on his head that says, "I'm not famous anymore."
And that's interesting, actually.
Well,
a little bit.
At least a little bit. Self-aware, if not like ridiculously self-referential.
But what is a celebrity other than ridiculous and self-referential? Yeah. And that's kind of what I'm interested in hearing about. Like, none of Brody's work to me feels like him. It's completely devoid of passion. It's completely devoid. And like, you can see his artistic output so easily. We have access to it. I watched a 3-hour movie where he emotes a lot, and it's very clear he's a very good actor. And obviously, like, painting is very different from acting, but like, you can also act in a way completely devoid of emotion or depth. And, you know, he's got like some creativity in there, but the problem is getting put in the spotlight so early, you know, in your career, and just having people buy your horrible work for $300,000 because you'll sign it.
Well, yeah, there's no struggle there, right? So with the red chip gallery stuff and the red chip art you were saying, I mean, I know that's a pretty recent term that's been tossed around, but my understanding is there's like an assumption of cynicism with it, right? It's art that is really there to hold value, and maybe a possible defense of it is that that's what blue chip art is doing. And like, those aren't like two poles. Those are two things right next to each other at the top, right? It's all art that's selling for a lot of money, that's getting a lot of collector interest and getting a lot of visibility.
Yes.
With the red chip art, I feel like maybe you could say that, yeah, it's about money. Duh.
Yeah.
But it's also, it doesn't come with any like anything interesting to say, any like advancement of culture with it. It's purely there for money, and it's purely there to be like unveiled Instagram photos and for the hype beasts, for the rich people to park their money in. But I don't even, what I've seen Adrien Brody say about his work, there's this like earnestness to it that it's almost endearing.
I like it, how earnest he is about it. It's so cute.
Boo-boo. He's so out of touch about like his work and the quality of it. You just need someone to tell you that it's not good. And like,
nobody's going to do that.
I know no one's going to do that, but like, that's why there's a nice example here with Adrien Brody, but like talking like more widely about celebrity artists, you're skipping all the stuff that makes you like try to make it better.
Yeah.
And all the self-consciousness of being creative, and also making work about what you know.
Yeah.
And have personal connection to. And there's no one telling him to do this because you're just rewarded right away.
Yeah.
Like you say, oh, I've been secretly making art in the background all these years, and I would clear out space for a painting studio and all my sets that I would be acting on.
Yeah.
And there's no one there to say like, no one cares. Get better.
Yeah.
Which that's not like necessarily healthy, but it is how you hone a craft over time. And I assume that's what happened to him with acting, because he's a very accomplished
and he went to school
quite a good
for
actor.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's been through that process of getting better at a creative endeavor. And in this case, no, though. Like in this case, he just jumped right to the finish line. And it's like, doesn't it feel a little hollow, you know? Like to just immediately get all the accolades that like people work their entire lives to get auction figures people work their entire lives for.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that is a nice way to create. I mean,
Maybe.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we could all do it. Yeah. And that's what the push pull is like nobody actually wants to struggle as hard as we have to. At the same time, we resent the people who don't have to struggle at all and get to do what we want to do. For this solo that he has at Eden right now, gallerist, this gallerist on Substack, KJ Freeman, wrote, Made in America might be one of the most significant shows of the past 10 years. Not because it's groundbreaking, but because it makes it clear that the market for fine art is not a mechanism for identifying and celebrating talent. The system was never built to recognize anything outside of the glow of celebrity, money, and myth. Usually it's a celebrity buyer that lifts an artist's market value. Brody brings the celebrity buzz himself and shouldn't be faulted for that. As the son of celebrated photographer Sylvia Plackey, he has probably dreamed of making memorable art for decades, and now he has won the market's blessing. In a broken game, Adrien Brody is a great artist. Maybe that's what pisses everybody off the most. I love that bit from that review, and I think it's spot on. Like, we all know it's rigged. We all know it's like you don't have outcomes exactly like Brody's, but going to the right schools, networking with the right people and stuff is not a guaranteed like way to make an art career, but it is actually one of the very, very, very few ways to do so. And it's nice to see the criticism, the actual like more beyond the criticism that he's receiving from the mob online and on X and stuff, like people writing about the show in a way that examines the market and the celebrity artist more. Because yeah, like Trammell points out in the video essay, like people don't write about the celebrity artist phenomenon. Like by and large, people don't want to touch it because one, it feels mean. Like there are times right now where I'm like, this is so mean. And two, because people kind of feel it's beneath them to waste time writing about their work in a way that is like, you know, kind of shows how the art world can be pretty out of touch and how a critic might not deign to spill ink over a celebrity's paintings.
But I think that's also what the KJ Freeman was getting at too, is writing about it validates it.
Yes.
And validating it validates, even if it has nothing to do with a celebrity artist like Brody's intention, it validates, they're saying the game is rigged, it validates the red chip thing, it validates the cynicism.
Yep.
It's that like, yep, it's money, it's celebrity, it's having those connections.
Yeah. But at the same time, the red chip art world does not want the validation. It's not looking for your validation.
No, they're rolling in cash. They're doing great.
Exactly.
People's doing great.
They got all their apes and they're cashing them in. They're holding their value.
Bunch of rich monkeys.
Yeah.
So something I was thinking of when you were talking about all this too is I'm not trying to put any rhyme or reason to internet outrage, but when I'm talking about the, validating artists like this, but also by association, validating the rigged game or giving credence to that too. This has been the case for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been extremely difficult, and a combination of family wealth, the right connections, or extreme luck that let people make a living as an artist. I mean, even you go back to when you had apprenticeships, like the Renaissance era, that was still your family paying for you to be able to go and do that.
Da Vinci got all of his work through family connections and stuff. He was, the son, illegitimate son of a rich family in And they were like, all right, I'm not gonna leave you destitute. Go like work over here for these people doing these things.
Right. And, there's, without going too much into this, there's this idea of like, oh yeah, maybe you'll get discovered. And that does happen to some people, but those people happens to are those who maybe like who didn't come from a ton of money. They still found a way or had a way to go to RISD or whatever other program.
Yeah. It's a pretty rare, it's like crypto where you get sold this idea that like, oh, I can just like, I can make it too. I can do what these people are doing and get in and make my like calls and make a ton of money just like other people have done in various crypto. And it's like, no, I know that the internet makes it seem like it's a lot of people, but it's such a small amount of people that like actually get rich from this stuff.
Hell, that's my fractional shares of GameStop.
I'm so happy for you.
Happy for us.
Yeah.
It's gonna benefit you too.
God, if only I
never
bought
selling.
GameStop.
Never
Yeah.
selling.
No, yeah, hold on to that. That's gonna be worth a lot of money one day. Yeah, and like it's the same with like the art career. It's like, yeah, even if you do everything right, every step of the way, like it's probably not going to work out for you, statistically speaking. And that sucks. And I think that, I don't know, people online reacting to his art for like the aesthetics and stuff, I think just want to be mean online to a celebrity. There's a lot of that out there.
Isn't that like a big part of what the internet seems to be for?
That's just like the entire internet. Yeah. People are so mean online. I know that this is not news to anybody, but like, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of curating my internet to stay away from like the most toxic stuff. But I got on Threads. We're on Threads, by the way, at Cold Crit Pod. Yeah, it's the same as the Instagram. And because I didn't have an algorithm on there yet, I kept seeing a lot of mainstream stuff for a long time. And I was like, these people are the meanest people in the world.
What were they saying?
Like everything somebody would post would become like a pile on. Like somebody would be like, I'm having a banana split. And people would be like, fuck your colonial bananas. And then like other people would be like, you should kill yourself. And I was like, oh my God, why are people on the internet here so mean? And like just people will call, it's crazy out there.
I've never had a banana split in my life.
I don't blame you. They're not that
colonial.
interesting.
They're too colonial.
Too colonial, yeah.
What's the Bo Burnham song about the internet?
Oh,
It
yeah.
has a line that's like, here's a fun breakfast idea. You should kill your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the internet right there.
Yeah. I was just shocked at how mean everybody was. At least in like the mainstream feeds I had been seeing for a while. I was like, I didn't know people still did this.
They're all on Threads and X, I bet.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then there's the difference though between like the trolling, the like and like MAGA trolling and stuff, and then just regular people being so incredibly rude to online strangers.
I feel like we just need a bunch of like Potemkin internet social media villages where it's like the Creed Thoughts thing in The Office, where the guy someone opens up just a Word document when he asks for a blog, so no one has to be subjected to his thoughts. But like, just give everyone an app that looks like it's Threads. Tell them it's real.
Yeah.
Put all the bots on it. It's all bots. It's all dead internet theory stuff.
Yeah.
And you can just be as mean as you want, and you'll never know that's not real people, but you think it is, and no one's actually hurt by it.
Yeah.
Like a punching bag.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not good for society as a whole. Probably not far off from what we already have on the internet.
Honestly, because of dead internet theory, a lot of people are just like, posting to each other. I thought we might look at some more of what Adrien and Brody's art at Eden in this like new installation. There's the same Marilyn. Wait, no, this is actually a different one. It doesn't have the Hollywood sign. So he's showing.
It's not the one that sold at auction.
No. And then there's Maggie Simpson.
Wearing a Charlie Brown shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so like
maybe there's some depth here that we haven't explored yet.
It's just so hard to like. Oh, she's holding a knife.
Oh yeah, this is about the kids have too many guns because they lack families and eat too much fast food or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I just noticed he's also got like this cool tag of his last name, Brody.
Yeah, he's got a little tag there. Yeah, it's really hard to see like what exactly is happening in these images. And then there's this one. It's got a razor blade in it.
And a skull in the middle.
A shock.
And I think that's an evil Mickey Mouse.
There's an evil Mickey Mouse. We found him.
Or it's like a dead mouse EDM guy from like the 2010s.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel like that they all qualify as evil Mickey Mouse. Yeah. There's a Sylvester kitty, I think.
Yeah. There's like a PSA, old timey PSA poster about not shooting people when you're mad.
Yeah. I think this one is like the most interesting. It's got like some decollage elements to it. It feels like it's kind of referencing like there's like some Mark Bradford in here a little bit, who's like a pretty famous decollage artist. But it's still it's not there. But I feel like this is getting more interesting to me than the Marilyn, than the, I'm never going to be one to like commercially licensed figures in art. That's just not what I'm ever looking for. I know that's all a lot of like red strip collectors are looking for, so they can, outfit their man caves with an evil Bart Simpson or whatever.
Maggie Simpson about to shank you.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, okay, yeah. There's Mickey.
Oh yeah, there's another Mickey
with a bunch of money and pearls, and then there's Bugs Bunny with a gun.
He's like shooting over his head.
Yeah. So a lot of this looks like very like layered graffiti art.
Yes.
And wait, sorry, can you scroll back down really quick? There's a reference to Felix Gonzalez Torres in this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I know what this is. There's a thing about like a gum wall in this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like because you would see a lot of walls in the city with gum stuck to them.
Yeah.
Feels like there's a connection between like, the layered graffiti with gum. And there's, gum people can chew and then stick onto the wall, which when I saw that too, I thought of that Felix Gonzalez Torres piece.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Where, I mean, this is not a credit to what Brody is doing. It's just
not.
It's derivative of and totally devoid of the same kind of meaning.
I don't think it's actually a reference to that at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
I think you can't really make a pile of candy.
No.
Without it being a reference to that at this point.
No.
But yeah, the piece where he was, it was the weight of his late lover who had passed away from complications related to HIV and AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
So there was the weight of the man's body and candy, and anyone could take a piece. So you're taking a piece of them with you, and it reduces over time.
Yep.
This is just a gum wall because, hey, check it out. New York City has walls with gum and graffiti.
Gum wall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, got distracted there.
This is the Art News article that is actually like extremely mean.
Also, I mean, like I get it being mean too. I mean, look at Art News, look at Hyperallergic, look at all these places that like have to like even not just artists, but like artist publications have to scrape together funding, like have to constantly fight to just survive and to be able to promote some kind of culture. And then you have people who have all the access, have the microphone, do whatever they want, and they do this boring, unsurprising art.
Yeah.
And it gets all that money, and none of that money goes to more art by different kinds of people. It goes, well, I mean, in some cases a charity, but it also just like goes to someone who's already rich.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. And it's frustrating. I feel like, we feel it in every facet of American life for sure. It's all so unfair. And some people have so much money and can put a ton of time and money into creating an amazing home studio and can just launch their careers as soon as they decide they want that. And everybody else, like, and all the other people just have to like kind of create the world around them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So what I was going to get at before I got distracted by the Felix Gonzalez Torres reference in this article is that the street art thing, that's extremely played out, right? Like, I was into that in high school. And I feel like most high schoolers are.
I'm not into it anymore, so nobody else is.
Well, no, but like, it's not even a thing you see anymore. I mean,
I think it's still popular in Red Chip world.
Right. But we're talking about like not Red Chip stuff here.
I mean, when you say it's played out, it just means...
Are people still doing it outside of like cash grabs and
I don't think
vanity
so.
projects?
Maybe, but I think there are some like people interested in street art as a way to create, I don't know, like play a sense of place, a like their own. I think especially like when you're talking about like communities and stuff or people who have felt oppressed, like it's a way to say like I'm here, you know,
yeah.
and like
Mark Bradford's Decollage has had some of that as well.
Yeah, and he does like some video work too that I think like highlights a lot of like, you know, like the streets of Baltimore and stuff like that. And yeah, it's interesting for that reason. And yeah, like his work isn't really like graffiti art, but it's got that like patina to it, you know, in a way that I think is an interesting like evolution over time.
It's also a motivated use of it in reference to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was asking that like as a semi-earnest question too. I mean,
yeah, sure.
I really started making lots of art in like the era when Banksy was huge, and Takeshi Murakami, you know, right before he did that that Kanye West album cover, Graduation, which I loved at the time.
Yeah,
you know, I went to go see the Takeshi Murakami like big solo show of him and his collective in New York, and I'm just wondering, you know, is that still a thing people are doing, because it has been so co-opted, subsumed, whatever. The Red Chip world, the cynical art, vanity art world has done so much with that since then.
Yeah, when I was doing some research for this episode, I did see some names. So I think that the main thing is that anybody who we think of as being like a street artist is like not within our interest exactly, and wouldn't be something we come across in our like kind of daily art consumption, or you know. So like there are really popular street artists, they all do kind of fall into that, like, you know, street art is all about kind of doing one thing to make your mark, and that's what a lot of them do. Like really popular artists like Alex Face do this same kind of like bunny child figure over and over again.
Like a Cabbage Patch Kid in a bunny suit.
Yeah. And
the third eye.
It's just like that's the main thing he does. And, you know, that's, I think, just outside of the realm of like my interests. So I wouldn't know that much about it.
I mean, yeah, that's clearly still a thing in many places. It's just, is it still a part of the discourse?
I would say that as a part of like mainstream art discourse, like, you know, blue chip, what are people showing in galleries and stuff, that like no, but it is still, you know, work that is selling to people who drive cyber trucks and like people who want to like decorate their 2-bedroom bungalow in Austin, Texas, where they work for a tech startup. And
you're saying it's like an NFT you can hang on your wall.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Exactly that.
Okay, so what I wanted to understand too is we've had an ongoing conversation about celebrity artists, and it's even come up on the show before. We've talked about Jim Carrey, you know, who has done paintings of mangoes, and
Yes.
He's had these documentaries of him in his studio, just like showing off all of his paints. And yeah, it's kind of insufferable, but like he's having fun. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing with Adrien Brody. I don't know if like what the sales stuff is with Jim Carrey.
He's probably doing just fine. I'm so happy for him.
But like, what is it, do you think, about Adrien Brody that, well, why are we talking about him right now? Is it because of all the hate? Is it because he just won his second Oscar? Like, why this artist right now?
I think just because it's of the moment for me. We needed an episode idea. And it was like, this guy's in the news right now. And also, I just watched The Brutalist, and I need to complain about that movie.
But you watched The Brutalist because
I know.
You saw the internet hate about Adrien Brody.
I did. Yeah, that's true.
We're actually playing right into his hand. Yeah,
oh my God. Those are all bots. All really mean bots.
The plan.
Yeah. Right.
To be a red chip artist.
Guerrilla marketing for The Brutalist.
Get a lot of online hate so that people, like 2 people in Chicago who want to make a podcast, will watch your movie.
Yeah, and they'll go, I know that
research.
I know that art's bad, but let's try some of his other art.
Yeah, I mean, we watched The Brutalist. I pulled it up on HBO and then saw, it's 3 hours and 20 something minutes long. And I just like, what the are we doing here?
Oh, yeah.
That's not Adrien Brody's fault.
No.
That is A24's fault, and whoever Brady Corbet, whatever the director's name is, licensed to just make a nearly fucking 4-hour movie. But yeah, Adrien Brody's decent in The Brutalist. I don't know.
I think like this episode really highlights the importance of saying no. Like you have to tell people no, Adrien Brody, you cannot show those paintings until you figure out your point of view.
Do you have a reason to make this film longer than 2 hours? No? Then don't. Adrien Brody, do you have a reason to make art and sell it for $500,000? Do you have something to say?
I have a reason. Money.
Money, yeah. That's the reason.
And it was like that movie Megalopolis that we saw that was so bad that had younger Adrien Brody in it.
What?
Adam Driver.
Oh, it also had Shia LaBeouf in it.
Yeah. And
who is apparently famous again.
Yeah. And like that movie was awful. And
the Francis Ford Coppola one.
Yeah. And it's because like Francis Ford Coppola like self-funded it. And so nobody was there to tell him, no, you can't do that. Like you need the studio to rein you in because, that was really bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's why they wouldn't let you make it. It was really bad.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
The art world, the contemporary visual art world has none of those safeguards.
No.
Unless you're not famous and or poor.
Yeah. We need to redistribute the no's.
No's? Yeah.
Yeah. Like redistribute the wealth, but also redistribute the no's because like young regular people get told all the time like nope. But like some people up top need to get told no too.
Yeah. I mean, not the point in this episode, but if I just never saw a movie over 2 hours again, I would be extremely happy.
I could go the rest of my life without, except Titanic.
Titanic can be cut down to 2 hours.
Grandfathered in. No, it can't.
No?
No.
Just 2 VHS tapes instead of 4 or whatever it is.
It's only 2.
Yeah.
And it's worth every VHS tape.
Okay.
It can get grandfathered in.
Okay, fine. Gone with the Wind.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying that if you had to make a movie that was 2 videotapes before like DVDs rendered that unimportant, like there was a good reason. And so those can stay. Anything else? Anything else like after DVD time? We gotta hold like a tribunal to determine if you get to stay or if we're gonna re-release an edit that is under 1 videotape long.
Okay, so for gallery art, what's the criteria? When do you get to issue the no?
I mean, I don't know. I guess
for a celebrity gallery artist,
I feel like a celebrity. I don't know. You need to like not be able to show any work until for a decade or something.
Well, this is a thing that Brad Jamel said in his video essay too, like with the category of, I don't know, maybe it was the industry interloper category of celebrity artists, where if your narrative that you're putting forward for this is that you've been making art in the shadows this whole time, and now you're in. This is not my words, not Brad Tramel's words. It's some reviewers' words. Coming out as an artist.
Yeah.
If you don't if you say that this is the thing that I do quietly, I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but this is just too a part of who I am. I'm ready to share it. If it's really important for you to distance yourself from the celebrity, why are you putting it out under your celebrity? Why not use a pseudonym? Why not put it out elsewhere? But I think that should be that's what Brad Tramel says there. But that should be the requirement there.
I know. You just got to do it anonymously, at least for a little while, like J.K. Rowling did, even though, woof, her. But it worked
out well for her. Yeah. We really got what we wanted out of that.
Well, so she released that book. I think it was The Cuckoo's Calling or something like that. It was like a thriller series, not, Harry Potter stuff. And she released it under a pseudonym, like some male pseudonym. And then after a few weeks of it getting no sales, that it was her leaked,
Oh yeah, it was leaked.
Yeah, it was leaked by some unscrupulous associate marketing
Don't
director
you know who I am?
And so I think that should be a requirement. You should test the waters. You gotta put your shit in open call and see what happens.
And if it leaks, we burn all the art. And you can't record it. The burning of the art can't be the art itself.
We can't burn the art.
What? Why not?
It's still their art.
It's totally in vogue now. No, but there has to be stakes for them not leaking it.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I see. You're trying to make sure that they. I mean,
that because the whole leak. I mean, definitely not the thing that is most horrible about J.K. Rowling, but that's that leaking thing sucks so much.
Yeah,
that makes it so much worse that she did that in the first place.
I mean, I don't know if it was her, if it was the publisher. She might have been.
Doesn't matter. She benefited it.
No, I know, and I'm just saying, I don't know if it was in her plan, or if they were let's release it, or maybe it was a compromise between her and the publisher, or if the publisher was just no, we gotta get our advance back on this, so leak.
Yeah, well, okay. So the criteria here is you have to operate for X number of years.
Yes.
Under a pseudonym.
Yes.
No one can know it's you.
Mm-mm.
I think you should have to write all of your gallery applications or your show applications yourself too.
Yeah.
Assistants can't do it.
Yeah, tell me how badly you want it after you've submitted your 50th open call application for the year.
Yeah.
And paid your $35 fee and blah, 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 blah.
And unless you have an access reason, disability reason, you got to write it yourself, which means we have to interview all the assistants and anyone ever paid by a celebrity in those years that they're supposed to be. This is getting very complex. It's definitely worth
surveillance
it. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, this is the biggest issue of our time, and we have to tackle it.
Look, when we're a benevolent dictator.
Yeah. It'll be so much easier.
All art is going to be, dictator. It's not going to be good, but at least it's going to be a little less difficult. No. Oh, shit. Yeah.
At least it's going to be kind of fairer. Except the artists I like will get promoted, and the artists I don't like will not.
See, that's why you started a podcast.
Yeah.
I think you might be here for the wrong reasons, Chris.
Can't believe you accused me of that. I'm going to throw my margarita on you.
All right. Anything else you want to go over?
I don't think so.
I think we beat this horse to death.
Yeah. Oh, don't
beat this
do that.
painting of horses to death.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
So thanks for joining us today. This has been Cold Crit. We're on Instagram. Follow us at Cold Crit Pod. And like the arts, this podcast is visual. Check us out on Spotify and YouTube, where you can see the art we're talking about as it's happening. You can see all the glittery Marilyn Monroes and evil Mickey Mouses and Lisa Simpson's Switchblades that we mentioned in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find audio versions of our show wherever you get your podcast.
Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/coldcrit.
Especially if your name is George Soros.
Especially if your name is Adrien Brody.
He's got some money lying around.
Yeah, he's a collector. Especially if your name is Leonardo DiCaprio. We didn't even talk about him, but that's okay.
No, he's busy. He's at Jeff Bezos'
He's
wedding right now.
He's an artist. He's a very big collector and patron of the arts, though. And Our theme music is by Layers and Layers. You can find us online at coldcrit.art.
Bye.
Bye.